Happy Sunday, everybody. I hope everybody has had a fabulous week. Coming on for a few things. I want to do a couple tags, but first I've gotten some lovely cards. Shelly, thank you so much. Shelly had sent me a thank you for the gift I had sent her, and look at this beautiful hummingbird. It says, "Every flower is a soul blossoming in nature." Isn't that beautiful? So thank you so very much, and the envelope matched, but it has my address. And then look at this frog card. Isn't that fabulous? I might have to put that in a frame, Shelly. I would have to find the right frame. But I actually had to look on the back because I thought you drew or colored this, Shelly. But I have to show you all the cute little sticker. Let me hide my address. That says, "Fresh air to lift you up." And it was. I didn't realize. I went to my P.O. box and was so surprised. And it says, "Busy, busy, busy." That's me right there, busy bee. So thank you so very much, Shelly. Those are going to go with my cards, but I think I might frame the froggy one. Let me set them on my table for now. And while I do some of these tags, I am going to change Miss Harley out of her jammies because, let me just adjust my camera a tad here. She got her ears pierced, ladies, and she was so good. So she needs to be in something sweeter than well, her gown is very sweet, but I think she needs to be a little more dressed in something sweeter. So I'm going to change her. There are several tags going around. Oh darn, I don't have a onesie on her. And I don't have her onesie in here. Well, she does have full arms. Let's see if we can do this for now without a onesie. Oh, that's right, her other dress, she didn't wear a onesie under. That's why. So I was just watching, I had to stop midway through, Suzanne. I'm watching your video right now where you're talking about the book you had written and how you were made redundant like 30 years ago. And I will agree with you, Suzanne, about the smell of books and, oh, school supplies. I love new paper. Oh, I love all that stuff. So I'm in the middle of watching that. I paused. So I don't know what day that was on. So that's the day I'm up to. But when I was putting more videos in my watch later over the past couple days, when I've seen a new tag, I've tried to watch the originator so that I could make another cumulative tag video. So first of all, My Little World 555 Katie asked about duplicate sculpts. And I do have, my two heavenlies that I will eventually paint are the same sculpt. And actually, Viognier and Genevieve are not the same sculpt. They are by the same sculptor. They have the same limbs, just their faces are different. And then I also have the Frida, because that's Fridolin and Wilma. And Frida also has the same limbs. Should have ironed this. So they're not really the same sculpt. But no, I think having two of the same... I love it, because y'all know I'm a twin person. I love twins. So if you want to have identical twins, the best thing to do is have two of the same sculpt, or triplets, have three, whatever. So I think having more than one of the same sculpt is fine. And then Jordana over at This Little Piggy 41 had asked about, have you changed the gender of your baby? I have not changed any of the gender of my babies, but I think part of that is because I am the artist other than Genevieve, and she came as a girl and I kept her a girl. I have seen that kit done as a boy very sweetly, but I have never changed the gender of a baby. Oh, look how sweet she looks. I'll show you all her ear. I'm sure you've seen her little earrings, but let me do her hair first. I have not changed any. Mine have all remained the original gender they were created. But again, I think part of that is because I've painted them. Now, I have had some of my babies who I've sent off as one gender. They've been made another gender. And I think that's fine. And then, same channel, This Little Piggy 41, Mommy Inez over there, asked about middle names. And that's interesting because... as I've said before, I name my dolls what I would have named my children if I had children. And the only one I've given a middle name to is Genevieve. And it's Genevieve Ariana, and I've not given any of the other. My very favorite boy's name was, shockingly, is not Malachi, but he did not look like my favorite boy's name. That one I have a middle name for. But no, all the rest of mine do not have middle names, and I guess it's just something I haven't really thought about. Where's your necklace, darling? We don't want the black string in the front. We want the cross. So no, only one of my babies has a middle name, and it's for no other reason than I never really, I don't know, I guess not that I didn't think of it, I shouldn't say it that way, but they're not, you're never really gonna, I don't know, middle names I guess are for when they're naughty and you get called your full name. At least in my family, when you heard your whole name. Whoops. Actually, this looks cute without a hair bow, but let's put one on and see. Oh, I liked her, I think, without it. But we'll leave it on because... There now, let's see. She got a little moisture from the spritz of the water bottle. I hope y'all can see how sweet she looks there. She actually has fully pierced ears, so there are backings back there. It's probably... Let me tilt her back so you can see. Which I love. She had fabulous ears for piercing, and she was so good. I need a little proper pillow for her. All my pillows are being used. I'm working on moving my photo shoot area inside for a little while because it is so ridiculously hot, and my photo shoot area is in the garage, and it is going to be over 100 here now for a while. So I am in a little bit of a transit with everything. Let me actually kind of roll this up a little to give her a little pillow. So things are a little bit out of sorts. I'm moving things around, ladies. But I like to reorganize and remove, and sorry, sweetie, there you go. Oh, I hope y'all can see her in the viewfinder. I'm going to take you off the tripod in just a second. Let me put my water bottle away. So middle names, no, I haven't really, other than Genevieve, my babies don't have a middle name. And then my sweet cupcake, Linda wanted to know what videos we like to watch and what videos we don't. I guess that's the gist of it. So let me fold my tripod here. If it'll work with me with one hand. Maybe not. There it goes. And I'll just show you the babies while I'm working there. I did change a few of the babies. Bijanier has been changed. Let's see, Genevieve's still the same. Oh, I had to put... Look at her. The queen here is back, and I just had to put her back in this, ladies. And I did change Malachi back into my favorite outfit on him. It's still my favorite outfit on him. And I left Abigail because I thought those colors looked nice together. So they're being so sweet there. And then we have Noelle and Cadence over here. I took their hats off because they're all cozy and sleeping so sweetly. And Zipporah moved here with my little silicone baby there. So anyway, I'm a journey person, so I love people who talk, kind of like I do, just share things randomly. And Asha, I have not forgotten you want me to talk about Aspen. I will do that. It is in my mental notes of things to do. But I won't mix it onto this video. But I love stories, and Suzanne just in her video said she was going to share something, and instantly I was piqued. It was interesting. I love when people just talk. I love seeing babies, but again, I do most of my YouTube viewing while I'm doing other things. So if I have to stop and watch an entire video, usually that gets, because I line up a bunch of videos in my watch later, and if I can tell it's something I have to watch, I skip it, and then I'll go back to it. But I do look up now and then, but for the most part, I listen. And sometimes somebody will say something, I'll think, oh, I need to see what they just did, and then I'll go back and see it. But I love, people who just share and talk. And I realize we're in a public forum and you don't want to share a ton of stuff because, I am smart enough to realize that not just the reborn community watches these videos. There are other people that come along and watch them. So, we have to be careful with a certain amount of information, I guess, use discretion. But as long as you do that and share things, I think, I don't know, I just love when people talk about life. And I'm trying to think what else. I mean, that's my favorite, is when people who apologize for rambling on. I'm like, no, just keep talking. So that's my personal favorite, but I guess it's because in person, that's who I am. Like, I love to sit down with people and just talk and hear about their life and share about my life. And so I guess it's kind of like I treat my channel like I do real life. So that's part of why I love making long videos and watching long videos. I don't do a ton of changing videos, and I don't necessarily always skip changing videos. But if that's all that's happening is you're changing your baby and you're not talking, I watch for the content more than the visual. I like to see the baby dressed when you're finished, but the process, I don't really need to see the process. But if that's what you do while you talk, that's fabulous, because that's what I'm watching for. And there are, certain channels that when you watch, you're going to, hear something fabulous. And I think we all have our, favorites is probably the wrong, maybe it's the right word, I don't know. We all have certain channels that we're devoted to and really like. And so I guess those are my, and I do like to see new people who are starting to paint, like Annie. I saw your video earlier today while I was changing my babies, and I did stop and watch because you were talking about rooting, and I have to go comment on that. So I do like seeing new people starting out, because I'm somebody who likes to help. If you're interested in help, and if you ask a question in your video, I do go either private message you or put it in the comment or whatever, because I'm no expert. I'm only 2 years in, but 2 years in is huge in this industry. There's so much to learn. As I've said, I learn something new on every baby, and I like to try new products, try new techniques. And so if I can offer assistance, I do like to do that. So I do like those videos. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, those are my favorites, really. It's about you as a person. I mean, the dolls have brought us together. I love the dolls. I'm not really one to do a ton with my babies in videos. I don't do the role play and all that stuff. But that's just me personally. Again, it's like a moment frozen in time. So dressing them and setting them up and then walking in here and just, I mean, look at how Genevieve just, look at that. You just want to squeeze her. So yeah. But for me, it's more about the content, you as a person. So those are my favorite. As for least favorites, I can honestly say I didn't watch any, and I don't even know if it's still happening, because I did unsubscribe to some channels for this. I'll be very honest. I saw in my feed all these videos about poop. And honestly, you know what? I'm not 4 years old. I had no interest in seeing people have fake poop in their reborn babies' diapers and stuff. I think it went too far. I saw them in my feed. I wouldn't watch them. And after a couple weeks, I'm like, okay, really? Who started this, and where is this going, and how far is it going to go? You know what? Not that they're not adults, because they are. I was not interested in that. I'm not somebody who's putting things on my channel to try to get more subscribers and more views, and maybe that's not why they do it. Maybe they truly enjoyed it. You know what? I'd rather have my group of people who are loyal and come back and watch my video again for content, because I'm a journey person. So I will tell you, I didn't watch those videos. I don't watch a lot of videos that are under like 5 minutes, unless the title is something that I feel like, oh, I need to watch that. Because I just, it's again, I like content is what I'm about. And so there are some I do, some I don't. If somebody's doing like a kit review and it takes, a minute and 40 seconds, yes, I'll watch that because I want to see the kit review. I forgot box openings, of course. Box openings are fabulous. Everybody loves the box openings. And I do watch them from start to finish. I love the whole box opening. And I will tell you, back to things I don't like. This is something that I guess because I've worked with children my whole life and I don't have any of my own. And I don't know, children to me are just such amazing human beings. I don't really see this much anymore. Back when I first got on YouTube, there were several channels where I would see parents being really sweet with their reborns and talking to them and changing them and conversing with us in this really nice tone, and then their toddler would come in the room and they would shift voices and be cruel to them, and I unsubscribed, or if I wasn't subscribed at that point, I didn't subscribe. To put a reborn above your own human child, I can't. And there's nowhere in my brain that that's okay. And so I will tell you, the other day I found a channel, and she's relatively new. Her channel is relatively new. She only has a few videos up, and she's an artist, and her name, I don't know if it's Shaylin or Shaylene. It's Shaylen. So I think it's Shaylene Maxwell. She did a box opening the other day, and her little girl participated in it, and she was, I don't know, 2 or 3 years old. Very articulate little girl, which is a huge testament to her mother's parenting. The interaction between the two of them, that was what most of my comment was about. I was so impressed with her allowing her daughter to participate in that moment with her, and how she answered her daughter, and her voice was pretty much the same. It didn't shift. I mean, she was excited about her doll and stuff, but in terms of going to like a more sterner voice for a child, that never happened. I don't know if you're ever going to watch this video, but kudos to you. You're an amazing mother, at least from that video. Because of course I don't know you, but that left a huge impression on me, because, a human child, putting a reborn over a human child for me is very, very, I can't even discuss it anymore. But I will just say, those are videos I don't watch. If I see a child being treated less than the reborn, or the reborn coming before the child, I can't participate in that. That's a personal thing, but that's a big one for me, ladies. So anyway, there are the babies, and I am going to quickly show you Saskia. She is not finished because her body is being made. I'm in terms of my part, the painting, the rooting is finished. Her eyes are in, ladies. You're going to get to see her with eyes again. I have pierced her ears. What I did was I took a pajama and I put her limbs inside of it, and then I put polyfill where her body will go. Now, I do have the body that she came with, but I have altered the way I'm having her custom body made. So I don't want to put her together and start putting clothes on her and thinking they fit fine, and then when her new body comes, it might not work, and then I have to completely change her wardrobe. So I'm just, well, most of her wardrobe is for that body. So I really have been tempted to put it on her just so I can hold her and cuddle her, but I am being patient. So I will show her to you. She is here in a bassinet, looking oh so sweet. Look at that face. This baby has the most hair I've ever put on a baby. She has nearly 2 ounces. I mixed 2 colors. Let me take this little, I think this just Velcros off. See if we see her a little better. Oh, there is a tie there too. There we go. I think that gives you a little more light. I've not cut her hair. I kind of think I like it long. I like the wild hair on her. Her eyelashes are still a little long. but I like to cut them slowly. They do go past her eyebrow, so I think I'm just going to trim a tad, not much, just a tiny bit, so they're not quite touching her eyebrows, because I don't think that's quite realistic. But I do want to leave them long, but I think I'm just going to, because I cut them in a rounded fashion, because, you know, they're shorter inside than outside, so I do need to still trim those up. But she is so sweet, ladies. She has so much hair. The other night when I conditioned her hair, which I'll do again before she leaves, but oh, her hair is so thick. Just delicious. I just love this baby's hair. I want this hair on my head, ladies. And I will say that there have been several people that have inquired about her, and I don't have a final price yet. I won't know her final price completely until she's weighted, because that's one of the things I factor in. What I've told the people that have contacted me is that the first person obviously will have first choice. If by the time I finish that person no longer is interested, I'll move down the line. That was all I knew to do. So right now the first person has first priority with her, and that's how it's going to go, ladies. Oh, don't you just want to squeeze her? Oh, she is. Let me see if I can get her whole body in. There we go. So that's Miss Saskia. And there's Zipporah. Noelle and Cadence say hi to their mommy. I'm going to have to change them again soon. I got to do their hair too. They have hat head. Pulled their hats off because it was hot. Look, she's got a sweet little elephant on her dress. She's the bird woman. Harley says hi to her mommy. Oh, she's so sweet too. Oh, she's my little praying baby, ladies. And the queen with her regal wave. I think I need to reroot her, ladies. I'm going to do that one of these days. You know, it's like the cobbler whose children don't have shoes. I will eventually get to my heavenlies, and I will reroot her, and you know how it goes, ladies. And so I am working on moving my photo shoot area in, as what I said to you. And so once I get that all organized and Saskia finished, I have a crochet order I'm working on, which I'm going to do this afternoon, and hopefully finish that this week. Then I will get back to Charlemagne. And I will not be starting another baby till Charlemagne is finished. So anyway, I hope everybody's having a fabulous Sunday. I am still working on catching up on videos, but I'm doing much better. Again, I've left comments on many videos, but some I've just had to thumbs up because, you know, we're all doing the best we can, is what I said in another video. So everybody have a fabulous rest of your weekend. I hope everybody's relaxing and staying cool in this heat. And thank you so much for tuning in, ladies. Hugs and blessings from us. Bye-bye.